given here. You know, they did get knocked out. Can you remember who they got knocked out by?
Oh, I'm sure Shaver has it written down somewhere. She'll yell at us at some point.
Who were game knocked out by in the second week, last week? I think was it Flipside?
It might have been.
I kind of
no, because Flipside went on, like, they had 2 upsets that week, didn't they? They, like, beat 2 teams that we didn't think they were going to beat, but I don't think they ended up winning the overall qualifier. No, they didn't. But either way,
we'll see.
We're finally in game.
We're finally
I'm sure Shaver will have it.
Finally in game. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
wow.
That is
look at how
basically unknown.
So the team that actually won the entire qualifier is the team that beat them.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, that's more than any kind of reason to keep an eye out on GameOnline. They've obviously got the young Excalibur, bit of a child prodigy, has done some pretty fantastic things in the past on certain heroes. Well, let's see if we can continue it now. As we were saying earlier, a bit of a lane switch round and core switch round. Do we see who Jello did pick up? Is Jello on the Jello's on the quap. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be Jello on the quap and it's going to be still Excalibur on the PL. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about the players and what heroes they're on. It's going to be Jello on that quap. It's going to be Zeroji on the support Lina. Scarif will be played by Pelican. And of course in the safe lane, as we were saying, Excalibur on your Phantom Lancer. And on the solo lane, Zints this time on the Spirit Breaker. I'm OD Pixel, I'm here with Draskell. It's GameOnline versus Vega. What are we seeing on Vega?
All right, so we got Solo. He's going to be handling that Phoenix. Next to him is going to be no one, Kappa. He's going to be playing on the Puck Mag. He's handling the Axe. We're going to have Seema. He's playing on the Lion. And of course, that leaves one more, but hold on. A little bit of an engagement here.
Indeed, Jellypy hasn't skilled yet, so we'll be able to blink out this one. He does grab the bounty, maybe leaving it a little bit late because no one. He's gone up to the high ground. It's going to be the blink away. He's going to be fine. And looks like a lot of damage done in this early little engagement, but no one's going to fall here. Vega, well, benign Bashu, taking a lot of damage by looks of it from the Spirit Breaker, who skilled the Bash first in that fight for the bounty rune at the top lane. So as the kind of lanes settle, what are we seeing? Yeah, we're pretty much seeing what you were expecting from the side of Dire. We're going to see this kind of Phoenix Axe duel off lane.
It's really strong. Like, the Phoenix in of itself is already a good solo laner, but when you throw an Axe into the mix, it makes any melee farming against that a total nightmare. And you can never underestimate the damage output of these two heroes. This top lane, the Bash Lord. All right, Zints. He's exuded his dominance over this top lane. And look at how little damage he actually takes, as I'm sure he's lagging out, and that's why Excalibur has likely paused, because he was just standing there taking autos. But, yeah, I think the lane should actually favor Vega, outside of the fact that their troll almost just got owned by a Spirit Breaker at level 1.
I mean, Troll, how much regen has he got on him at the moment? Is he just tankers? Just tankers. He's brought a lot of tangos to the lane. But then again, so is Zints. Now Zints will have to deal with Seema the Slayer, the line turning up. That's going to make it a little bit harder for Zints to get away with the amount of aggression that he was achieving just now onto the Troll Warlord. So yeah, as you said, Vega all around pretty strong lanes. I mean, in the mid lane, we talk about how the Queen of Pain dominates most kind of matchups. Up against the Puck a little bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Queen wins this, but it's more like a 60-40 matchup and comes a lot down to the player's skill. And I think we've seen this matchup like one other time here at the ASSRG Dream League. The real difference between the two heroes is not really how they function in lane, it's just how they gank. Like, a Puck gank is more reliable in the sense that you're giving a guaranteed disable to your team, and you're forcing them to stay in that area, where Queen is more like gank by burst, and hope that you can just pop the heroes before any reaction comes in. So they both have their strengths. I would say that Puck falls off a bit harder. Queen has better scaling through the mid game because of her ulti being pure damage, and BKB purchases not really hurting her as much as it would hurt a Puck. But again, if he can make the plays happen in the mid game for ganking, then he'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see who does manage to make the kind of most impactful rotations here on both sides, coming from the mid lane. And so far the farm, top lane, Troll leading the CS. He's on 10 CS at the moment. At the bottom, 7 for 3 here on Excalibur, who quite evidently is having a little bit of a tricky time, as expected, against this Phoenix and Axe combination. And 2 minutes in, and we're seeing, yes, he's also decided to put a point into the stats now at level 2 on top of the Spirit Lance. So I guess going to go for that farming build where, but no, I mean, no points into Doppelganger yet, but I guess at this stage you don't really need it.
I think he might be saving points right now. He's put 1 into stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has only 1 though, because he has 3 branches, so. I think the play is to maybe save for Phantom Rush.
Okay.
And then if they want to go for an all-in on the Phoenix and try to kill him, they could do that. They could potentially go on Mag, but it's a bit harder of a kill. Because the Phoenix has 3 armor, and the Axe, well, actually the Axe doesn't have a bringer protection, so maybe Phoenix is still kind of annoying. But when you have double nuke and silence up, you go for a kill.
Okay, indeed. And mid lane, we saw Puck getting harassed very heavily. Has had to back up there in the mid lane for the time being, as Quap, maintaining her dominance here against the Puck in this matchup. And I mean, yeah, looking at the bottom lane, as good as an off-lane duo, Mag and well, the Phoenix are. The burst damage certainly there, isn't it? After they get a few levels, they hit level 3, you know, you've got your Ancient Seal, Concussive Arcane, and you come in with the old Light Strike and Fiery, so you should be able to burst pretty much both of those heroes, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, the burst is real on the side of GameOnline. That's Skywrath, Luna, and Queen. That's enough burst to kill anybody at any stage in the game, especially with peer damage on potentially 2 heroes once the Luna gets Aghanims.
Indeed. 4 minutes in, no one to fall as of yet. In your Spirit Breaker getting a fair bit of farm, has 6 CS so far. Okay, but Wolf Lion, Solo's getting very low here. Fiery Soul, Fiery Dragon Slave, sorry, catching him out, and he's going to hide away in the tree line. Excalibur looking to finish him off with the Spirit Lance, but he TP's out. He's going to be okay. Mag gets a clear onto Pelican. Fiery Dragon Slave coming out, and now with the Spirit Lance slowing him down as well. Light Strike Array will miss though, and it looks like Mag gets out. No, Jellypee's coming. Oh, he's got a haste rune. Fantastic rotation, and they will find the kill, and that's your first blood going to the Phantom Lancer.
That is super unfortunate that there was a haste. It was a really nice play by Solo to eat the tree and be able to get himself out. I'm pretty sure Mag didn't spend like at all, by the way. Like honestly, he didn't. It's 20% now. Like 17% is what you need, not 20, because Spearbreaker Bash is 17%. And the Radiance miss chance debuff 17% and 6.84. So if you don't have a 17% chance, you're not getting it. Like it needs to be changed back.
Mid lane, Puck's gonna get the Waning Rift off onto Jellype. Will take a bit of burst damage there from the Scream. 1-0 to them at the moment, and a very, very nice start to GameOnline. And the farm, though, is being affected, though. Excalibur, he's only on about 19 CS at the moment, and Troll's getting to the point where he's almost doubling the CS of this PL. So Troll having a much nicer time in lane, thanks to the line being able to zone out the Spirit Breaker. 5 minutes in, Excalibur. So you got coming out to him on the courier at the moment. Is it just an extra component of the old? Yeah, it's the treads. It's finished off the treads. It doesn't feel safe going out to the secret shop at this point because the lane is being pressured quite heavily, but pretty much as you'd expect in a lane up against an axe.
Yeah, the axe makes, like we talked about, melee farming is just so awful. I think, honestly, the fact that they've gotten 1 kill means that they could easily snowball this lane, but the Skywrath has decided to not stay bottom. So instead of having the kill potential on Phoenix, like they need Ancient Seal to kill him. If they don't have it, then they can't stop the dive, and then he can just walk away. But without the help of the Skywrath, the bottom lane is going to have to play a lot more passive, and that's kind of the strength that the Phoenix Axe off lane gives you. Is that like the 2-hero combo of even having the Skywrath and the PL down here is still not enough. Like you need a 3rd hero. There's just too much tankiness between the 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see at the moment, Skywrath heading towards the top lane, maybe seeing if you can secure a bit of farm or help out the Spirit Breaker find a potential kill here onto these heroes. What level are we seeing on this at the moment? He is closing in onto level 6, so we'll have Nether Strike with this creep wave. And we'll be able to essentially go in straight away on someone like the Lion if the Ancient Seal is there to stop the counter attack. And well, he's going to Nether Strike straight away onto Pasha Ibashu. Zinch will get hexed up by Seema the Slayer. And well, with the stun as well, they do find the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. And well, the rotation from the Skywrath Mage doesn't achieve anything in this lane.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he decided to go top anyway. Maybe they thought with the Spirit Breaker ulti timing, they could potentially just kill the troll straight up. But the Spirit Breaker engaged early, and they also had a ward, so they even saw the Lion walking to lane. They just didn't react to it. Like, I don't know. That was really bizarre. I don't even know why Pelican opted to leave. But now he's going to try to go for mid. He does have 1 rank into his silence right now.
And he gets a very nice initiation there. Oh, no! Oh, and he's going to get out as well, I think. He's getting charged though. He is getting charged.
Yeah,
maybe they can still secure the kill.
He's dead.
He's going to be able to dodge one of them. Where's the bash? Oh, he's with the jukes, Oh, 1 right click, and he does tick out. But I mean, GameOnline nearly letting that one swip with the whiff Sonic Wave.
Misclick.
Misclick.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not sure that Brock Snack would have missed that ulti.
Oh, Jellype.
Nah, I'm just messing around. I mean, it happens. I've seen tons of people miss ultis before, and it happens. But it wasn't great because I think the Queen was not even an experience or gold range for that kill, which kind of hurts. Or maybe he was. He's level 8 right now.
Bottom lane, Mag is going to get charged here by Zinch, trying to keep the pressure on. Excalibur is there, and they of course do have Zeroji, who finds the Light Strike Array. There's your bash as well. Fire Dragon Slave flies through, and the Nether Strike finishing off the axe. Ancient Seal very nicely done onto Phoenix, and that's going to be a double kill there for the Spirit Breaker. So, I mean, even though the first little bit of a go at aggression on the top lane didn't go too great, Zinch following it up with a lot of kind of global presence there very nicely.
It was pretty obvious so that this is what they wanted to do. Like when they get the 1v1 matchup with the SB, oh god, the puck.
Nice ancient seal, it is only level 1, but it's going to be enough to last as the fiery...
Why was he there?
Very nice indeed. I mean, 5 for 1.
But why was he there? He just saw 4 heroes bottom. Why would he even be close to that side of the map?
He wanted some.
Well, he got it. He got a lot of it, maybe more than he even wanted in the first place.
Oh boy. I mean... suddenly, very nice lanes from Vega, falling apart. 8 minutes at 5 to 1. That's a fair few kills going the way of the Radiant.
Well, let's be totally fair. The Troll still has double the CS of the next highest person, so I'm not like super concerned for Vega at this point.
He's going to get a tower as well potentially.
Yeah, losing those kills isn't great, but I think that they'll be okay with it as long as they don't continue this string of deaths. I don't think they're really accustomed to play against Spirit Breaker because the Spirit Breaker hits 6, he moves and he charges to your lane. That's all the hero does. Like his entire game plan is to just force early engagements when you know that you have superior firepower in that lane, and you just like force it really hard. So maybe just a bit of inexperience.
I mean, Excalibur's farm isn't great. I mean, it is a long way behind the Troll Warlord, but he's managed to find himself involved in 3 kills. So, I mean, net worth in comparison can't be too bad. I mean, if we have a look at the net worth of the individual hero, okay, it's not great. He's about
1,500 difference at 9 minutes is pretty big.
Yeah, it's big.
And plus, it also opens up the opportunity for Roshan, as he's almost got his Yasha on top of the lifesteal, so he'll be more than ready to do it at any given point. And they even buy a smoke for him, I think. The Lion just purchased one. They could either use it for a gank and then just Rosh off the gank, or they could just use it for the Troll and he just kills Roshan alone.
Yeah, maybe even, I mean, Seaman now does have the level 6 finger, so he can look for a bit of action himself if he wants to try and catch out someone like the Quap. And the Quap, of course, actually having a pretty good game now. 3.5k, about 500 gold ahead of the puck mid. 10 minutes in, and still on the bottom lane. But I mean, Mag's farm's been pretty good on the Axe. He's got Tranquil's 1,500 gold on the way to the Blink Dagger.
I think very similar to the last series, the Blink Dagger on the Axe is going to be very indicative of how this game goes, because a good Blink call on heroes like Lina or Skywrath, for example, even the PL for a long time, they're pretty squishy. They don't have a lot of HP. So you have the potential to just blow them up before the Axe call even wears off, and you even have Lion Finger now on top of that.
Oh, charge onto Pasha Bashu, Blink 4 from Jellypy, gets in the Scream, and the Sonic Wave this time will not miss. Nether Strike to seal the deal there. Zinz gets himself on a killing spree, 10.5 minutes in.
Mag, he's looking, I don't think he's going to get him.
He's got backup at the Phoenix, and the Lion is kind of nearby. We'll get charged though. In comes your Phoenix. Zinz will just TP out, and Lion's not going to be close enough to cancel that. Zinz will get away.
That's kind of the problem when you only have an Axe there, is he has to use his disable for his enemy or his teammates to catch up, and then once that disable's down, if you're too far, you just casually TP out. The dream, it was almost there. Did the Lion just buy another smoke? I think he did. Yeah, he bought 2. So one of them I think is just for the Roshan, but we'll see.
Troll not, he's going to TP now to the tier 2, and yeah, there we go. He's going to smoke and go straight into the Roche pit. I mean, at the moment, you've got Spirit Breaker up, heading towards the top lane with the Lina. Skywrath Mage is in the jungle, but I mean, do you have any kind of feeling that GameOnline will be able to contest or stop this, or do you think that they'll just have to let it slip?
Hard to tell if they're going to know, because they actually can see like 3 heroes visible right now, and the safe lane is also being farmed. If they put 2 and 2 together and see that Solo's farming,
charge onto Mag, Light Strike Raid, Laguna Blade as well to make sure they finally kill. 7 for 1.
They won't contest the Rosh. No. Like it's not obvious at all actually that he's doing Roshan, because they had vision of a hero with a ward that got ganked. So him dying actually pretty much ensures that they're going to get Roshan, and they have full vision of the river. And plus Solo was farming safe lane. So there's no reason for the PL to really check the pit. It would be up to a support to do that, and the support's top. So yeah, really nice Roshan timing here from Vega. They get it for free. Ooh. Well, not for free, their Axe dies. But.
Lion, he's got a haste and he's smoked up. Maybe could look to try and burst down Excalibur. I don't know if it will be enough even with the finger. He's got 738. Would that be enough burst damage with the finger? Would be for the Sky, and he's going to go for it. Yeah, there we go. One right click to finish it off. Still has a good duration of the haste, so should be able to get himself away from the PL. Isn't going to be able to run away from the Spirit Breaker, because he comes in for a Never Strike. Pashi forward, Joel forward there as he follows up the illusory orb, but Puck finds himself the kill onto the PL. It is a 4-for-1 trade there. All in all, very nice play from Vega.
Man, the Troll Warlord already having 4 points.
He tries to go on troll, but Axe is there with the backup. Zinz, he's trying to fight Seema the Slayer, but there's 4 heroes here. Supernova will go down. The stun as well, holding Zinz near the sun. Nice silence there from no one catching out the Skyriff. He will go down. Zinz running away. It's going to be 3 heroes again going down on the side of GameOnline. They have lost 2 on the side of Vega, but now Zeroji did get caught out by the call. 9 Bashi's going to work with Excalibur. Excalibur will get the doppelganger off, fires the Spirit Lance out onto the troll. Does find the kill, but G2A no one. He's found himself a double kill as he's also brought down the Lina. It's only Excalibur surviving here, and I believe in a game that was 7-for-1 favouring GameOnline. Vega just totally closed that gap. It's 11-for-11, and there might even be more. They're going on Excalibur. Excalibur, he just tries to fight back in. He will get silenced up. He's not going to be able to doppelganger out this one. In comes Mag. Mag?
I don't know if he was trying to give him the kill or if he panicked or what.
They were trying to kill him or kiss him there. Just gives him a bit of a walk around, but they do kill him.
And that was a fantastic engagement for Vega. So what happened was, the last team fight, I'm pretty sure that Mag didn't get his blink until after the skirmish had already finished, when they were inside of the Radiant Woods. So when Jalopy teleported to the bottom tower and he blinked in, he was under the assumption that the Axe didn't have his blink yet. Now it's 15 minutes in, so most of the time you could say that by this point he should have blink in pretty much any circumstance that you put him through. So I still think it was a bad idea to try to engage like that, but I think that he only went in because he hadn't seen the blink dagger on the Axe, and he just saw him in the previous engagement. So that was a bit unfortunate timing, and like I mentioned, the blink dagger timing on the Axe and the puck proves to be very important, and it pretty much makes them wipe GameOnline off the map.
I mean, at 12-11 at the moment, and the fact that Vega was so far behind in terms of kills, now that they've managed to equalize it, and they've with this smoke up Excalibur, gonna be alright, because they're gonna sense it. No, they're pinging out. They want to go for Jalopy. There's your Hex into the call, into the finger, into the waning rift. That is your Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain. Very, very dead. Queen of Pain.
Well played. You know what? It's fine, man. We'll let it go.
It's all good.
It's a kid show, though.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah. PG-13.
So she will remain the Queen of Pain for the time being, but 13-11 and Jewel Scepter now on your puck.
Yeah, I mean, the timing of the Yules is very fast considering how long it took him to actually get blink in comparison. And most of that's just due to how well they've been fighting. So now this puck is an absolute beast to deal with, and he can stop the Spirit Breaker from charging in, he can stop all the follow-ups, he can dispel the silence off of himself if the Skywrath catches him. Right now, Vega have everything that they need to really start controlling this game. And I think for the early laning phase, there was a lot of killing going the way of GameOnline, but they haven't really been farming that much. The PL is the only person who has any significant amount of CS.
Look, they've already got 10 2-tier 1s. This is going to be a 3rd tier 1 as they apply the pressure in the mid lane. Blink 4 from Axe. He's not going to find anyone. Pelican firing on. Oh, but puck will. There's going to be a Dream Coil. Waning Rift onto 2. Lina goes down. They're going to lose the Skyriff as well. Sonic Wave comes out from Jalopy, but the Yules from Puck will be able to dodge it. In comes Mr. Solo on his Phoenix. Isn't going to use the Supernova as of yet. There was a charge onto 9 Bashu, but Spirit Breaker decides to waver it and won't follow through. And Axe, he's found a call on Excalibur. Excalibur being forced to fight. Come the fiery spirits from the Phoenix. 9 Bashu leading the way. There goes one of the illusions as Lion sucks it off, but 15-11. 2 heroes dying on complex. Oh, God, GameOnline. And Nether Strike onto 9 Bashu. They do find themselves a kill. The troll. He trolls around a little bit too much. He will go down here. And Puck will be able to escape here with the illusory orb. And Seema the Slayer backs off as well. Phoenix, oh, he's going to dive over. Jalopy blinks forward. Will get hexed up straight away. Zinz with the charge. Wants to go on to Solo, but Solo with a very nice... Oh, the call as well. Oh, this is massive. The Supernova Stone will catch him almost certainly. They've lost one. They're going to lose Zinz as well almost certainly. Seema the Slayer coming in with the right things. He goes down. That's going to be 2. Solo does get Ancient Seal and the Mystic Flare, bringing him fairly low. Will die. Buyback from the Axe. Puck still on the front lines, trying to fight up against Excalibur. One more right click should be able to do it as it flies through. No, he pops the 6 charges. He's going to be okay. Light Strike Array will catch them out, but Pelican, Battle Hunger into the dunk. He goes down. 3 heroes falling on the far side of the Radiant so far. And oh, Pucky goes forward and he finds himself the 4th kill onto Excalibur. Blink 4 from Mag. He's going to try and chase this one down. The Dream Coil is going to miss, but I think Mag might be able to find this kill anyway. He's diving. He's got the call. He's got the dunk. There's your call. Oh, the Light Strike Array holds him back. Maybe.
He's got blink. Does he go?
Does he go? Come on, Mag. Man up, son.
No, he can... No, he can't turn anymore.
He needs... Oh, Puck. He's manning up. No, he's manning out. No, he's out. Yeah, they're getting out.
The Puck actually played that pretty poorly overall.
Well, he did kill the Phantom Lancer.
He could have killed
the Phantom Lancer.
He could have killed the PL before they even got across the river, but he missed his orb. Like, the orb was way too far away to be able to follow it up with a silence that he had off cooldown after he got there. So he could have killed the PL right there. and then he missed his coil. So even though he's 7-2, he actually misplayed that. And when they were mid last time, an axe initiation where Mag caught the PL, he had his blink off cooldown and silence, and could have followed up with a silence and killed the PL straight up at the tier 2 tower. And instead, the troll dies because he didn't kill the PL. So all in all, I would actually say that the puck play outside of the bottom fight has not been really up to snuff. So.
I mean, it's not been too bad.
It's not terrible, but I mean, you expect people in these types of games to not make those mistakes.
There's 9 Pashy Bash, who's going to get bashed by the Nether Strike, and will get knocked down the Mystic Flare, but he gets knocked down to his death. Puck thinking about going in here with the orb, but not going to follow it up. And Troll just getting caught out there. And oh, actually, yeah, Lion gave a bit of the old fingeroo to Excalibur, and did find the PL kill. Zinz will try and TP out. He's not going to be able to get away as, well, no one comes in with the Yule Scepter. There's going to be a dunk, and, well, that is the Spirit Breaker's head firmly shoved down deep underground. And well, 2 people dead on the side of the Radiant, and they did lose the Troll to Dire, but all in all, finding the upsides of these little trades. 21-15. I mean, if we have a look at the graph now, it can only be disgusting, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's about 10k advantage in terms of net worth and XP, pretty much the same. I mean, it definitely feels like Vega have got to the point where they're just outplaying GameOnline every time.
Yeah, the real problem that GameOnline are running into is that their heroes are really good at being able to kill things very quickly, but their real 5-on-5 is not anywhere near as good as Vega's.
No.
Like having Phoenix ulti, having Puck and Axe and Troll, all of those heroes are great team fighters, whereas GameOnline have a lot of pick potential. So the way that they're choosing to take these engagements, Vega are just running at you with 5 heroes, and that becomes a fight that's very difficult to win. So if you're GameOnline, I would probably try to go back to your roots, like slow the pace of the game. Getting a hero picked off isn't the end of the world if you can let Excalibur continue to farm, and maybe try to play off just your Spirit Breaker charge for initiation.
Oh, we're talking about the Spirit Breaker charge. Oh, they don't want to follow it through.
That's way too far.
Oh, come on.
He's at a tier 2, man. you gotta draw the line somewhere.
And the line is indeed drawn. They're back off for the time being, but still Troll. 11,000 net worth for the moment. That's a good 3,500 above your PL.
Yeah, I mean, the farm is terrifying right now on this Troll. Like, he's got Manta already for the silence, obviously. And then he can just go for Scotty if he wants straight after, be super tanky. And that also leaves him plenty of time to go for BKB later, which is also something scary to think about. Like, this guy doesn't have BKB yet, and he'll have a Scotty probably at around like 25, 26 minutes in. And when he gets magic immunity, he's a god. Like, the PL's item progression is not fast enough to be able to contest him right now.
Indeed. I mean, we've got the PL pretty much closing in on the Diffusal. I mean, obviously that's one of those big item pickups that suddenly turns PL into a pretty lethal hero in these kind of mid-game skirmishes.
The Diffusal Blade is the de facto item on any illusion hero, really. It just gives you such a big damage boost, and now the second Diffusal upgrade is such value because it's 700 gold for 15 agility, which is a lot. Like, think if a Blade of Alacrity is 1,000 gold for 10 agility, the effectiveness of getting 15 for 700 is much better. So I think the upgrade itself also brings in quite a bit of value. But the reason that you normally don't, as you see Roshan fall here to Vega, is that most teams, or most players, they want to use some Diffusal charges before they rebuy it.
I mean, kind of at this point, if you're playing on a back foot, do you feel it is kind of worth just leveling it straight up to the level 2?
It could be. It depends on how often you want to fight. Like, having the Diffusal available is nice for the security of knowing that the item is there if you need to fight. But they might just say, we'll go for the Yasha into Manta instead, and just try to accelerate the farm of Excalibur a little bit more. Oh, Courier, no!
It's got the Orchid on! Oh, Jello P. It's not a great day for you, son, as he does get fingered as well. Now he goes down. Queen of Pain out for the count, 50 seconds, and left to sit there and think about what she's done. Has lost the Orchid and lost the Courier there for the team. And you don't really want that to be happening.
Well, I mean, the Orchid is a pretty big item against heroes like Phoenix. Like, you really want to be able to Orchid the Phoenix of the Lion. Ideally, you would use it on the Puck too, but no one already has Yules, yeah, excuse me. Yeah. So he can just dispel it, and that's not really too big of a deal for him.
I mean, he's got the ultimate orb and 1,700 gold on his way to a Cypher Vice at 23.5 minutes. Yeah,
it's just snowball effect. Like, this is their lineup's timing, right? Like, they get blinks on their core heroes, and then they just go ham. Like, this is a ham game. For the laning phase, it was GameOnline going ham. And then as soon as blinks come out, Vega go ham. And then whoever wins the engagements pretty much just wins the game.
It was 24 minutes in. There's only one tier 2 remaining on the side of the map for the side of the Radiant, and they've only been able to take down one tier 1 themselves there on the top lane. I mean, GameOnline, I mean, what is kind of the plan here? What are they saying? How are they going to turn this around?
They hope for a good high ground defense. With the Orchid dying on the Courier, it leaves a lot less room for error. Like being able to Orchid solo during a team fight so he doesn't get egg off and maybe burst him with the help of Skywrath or the Lina. Like that was something they were relying on pretty heavily, I feel, to be able to defend. But now, without that at their disposal, heck, even Orchiding on the Axe to prevent him from dunking somebody can be nice, because he doesn't have a Blade Mail. So if he blanks in and he calls, he doesn't really have much damage follow-up unless his team is there. But yeah, I mean, everything considered, I'd say Vega are in a pretty good spot. It'd be very hard for them to lose. They've taken all 6 outer tier towers. GameOnline have only taken 2. And the next Roshan is going to be very hard for them to contest. Fortunately, the Courier will likely be respawned by them. And maybe they'll have an extra item up on somebody. I don't even know, because Excalibur, he's putting points into stats, and I understand why he's doing it in this situation. Like sometimes when I see it, I would argue that Doppelganger is just straight up better. But he can actually be bursted, and that's kind of terrifying. So he needs the health to be able to live long enough to Doppelganger.
And in solo? Solo? What was the plan there?
I don't know. He even had wards. I actually have no idea what he was doing.
Laser beaming and walking in between the two radiant.
They weren't smoked, were they? No, they weren't, because no one even had inventory room for a smoke.
What was it?
So he just like...
Yeah. So, I mean, solo. We're watching you,
He was
sir.
solo.
We're watching you.
He was alone.
Alright, mid lane, they're putting some pressure here onto the tier 1. 9 Pashi Bashi will be able to scare off the Quap. Still 22-16. Obviously looking very favourable for the side of Vega. 14,500 gold on your Troll, 12,500 on your Puck. The closest is Excalibur here on the PL, 9,500. And Mac, well, 4-star forwards isn't going to quite be able to get the call onto the Lina though here. And now we see the Orchid does finally get into the hands of the Quap. But Troll, he's got his Scardy.
Yeah, 26 minutes in, so he's got 2,300 health. Manta style, some lifesteal. I wonder if he finishes Dominator before he goes BKB. A lot of trolls just leave it as the casual morbid mask because the other build-ups are a lot better. So like going for a BKB gives you more survivability, which is all troll really needs because he already does so much freaking damage, so you can just right-click people to death no matter what you have. And just having the magic immunity makes going high ground that much easier. So
Puck with the ultimate or went for the Lincolns rather than the Scythe.
Yeah, that's interesting. He could be looking to put it on somebody else, like maybe put it on the Axe for a blink initiation or put it on solo so the Orca doesn't hit him, because he can always save the Euls for himself. Like he doesn't actually need that. But I think the Lincolns is it's still fine. Like for going high ground, you can even put it on the Troll if you want to, if he's just hitting the tower right now. Like it stops charge too, so it's kind of nice.
This tower is absolutely melting. Spirit Lance will fly onto 9 Pashi Bashu. But well, he stands there and he takes it. That's going to be going down. He will back up now as the spams start to fly for Earthmage, getting him fairly low. But that's, yeah, tier 3 down as they do start to slowly begin to break the high ground. 27 minutes into the game, 22-16 Vega. It's just looking very, very scary. I guess, as you were saying earlier, in terms of high ground defense, I mean, the possibility is there for GameOnline to do it pretty well.
It is. They're looking for a smoke counter gank right now. The only downside is the only vision they really have is on their side of the map. So once they cross the river, they're going to be playing completely blind, which is very, very dangerous. But I understand the sense of wanting to try to do something. It's just kind of rough. Like, I'm assuming Roshan's going to be up kind of soon. Still a few minutes before it spawns, so this timing could be good.
Solo, Blink 4 from Jellapy is going ham, and he does get the Orchid onto Solo. Mystic Flare will catch out, well, no one, in fact, as Queen of Pain just dies to the side of Vega. Now they're going in for more. There's going to be a stun and Supernova coming out. Zeroji getting low, will get dunked. There's a double kill here for Axe. Excalibur will get caught by the Supernova stun. There's another kill there for the side of the Dire. 3 down, Zint's in the middle of it all. He'll go down as well. 4 heroes to fall, and Scarth Mage is already halfway across the map, just getting the hell out of there, noping it back to base.
That was almost a nice jump, but unfortunately the Mystic Flare didn't land, so Solo didn't take enough damage to die. And plus he had a 16 charge wand, and he also had mech up. I don't know if he would have died either way. The damage follow-up just wasn't really there. And once it happens, again, that's the risk that you run when you smoke into blindness.
Not the best of smokes.
Yeah, I get why they wanted to fight, though. Even if they wanted to try to defend the base, it still would have been hard. In hindsight, defending the base would have been the better play, because they wouldn't all be dead. Sometimes you feel like you need to make a move, and I understand that mentality, like not wanting to just sit there and let the other team like farm the whole map.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's one melee Rex down, tier 3 on the bottom will fall. Buyback from the Spirit Breaker. Can they really look to try and reinitiate onto this Vega? They're standing strong, all 5 of them. And BKB now complete on your Axe as well.
Yeah. The BKB 4-staff blink, pretty standard axe items. He's pretty unkillable with that item too. Like the annoying thing about PL is if you catch him with a lot of illusions out, sometimes you don't spin like immediately and you lose like all your mana. But having the BKB means that you won't have that problem anymore. You can just go as ham as you want for as long as you want until everyone's dead.
And BKB, it's only 700 gold away for 9 Bashu as well.
His farm is insane. Like, even though he's died 4 times, he still has a ton of gold. All you really need to do with a 10-second BKB is walk up to the naked racks, bottom, and hit them. And I would even say, if you double racks, GameOnline might just tap out. Say double racks is too hard to come back from, like with our heroes. Who do they have to clear waves? Like Lina and Queen are the only 2 who clear it relatively quick. And PL also doesn't really have a Vlad's for farming, which is very common on PL pickers. Like, I think Sing does it, and every single other PL they had a high on HP, which kind of is a bummer.
Solo looking to see a blinking from Puck as he uses up the Jalopy. The silence from the Waning Rift is there as well. Hex from Seam with the Slayer, and then the stun onto Zinz. He finishes off the Queen. Jinko will catch the Spirit Breakers. He just kind of stands there. BKB is being popped. He's looking for the call. Doesn't even need to use it at the end of the day. Just follows through with the dunk. That's going to be the second hero down here on the side of the Radiant. As 2 heroes dead without buyback. 9 Bashu taking a bit of damage here from the diffusal bladed illusions, and it looks to fall here, in fact, and that is going to be a dead troll. And he himself, he's dead for 65 seconds, hasn't got any buyback. Looked for a bit of action on the bottom lane, and well, didn't find too much favouring himself there.
Yeah, he found action. Just
yeah, not the kind he was hoping for.
Yeah, that was not the district he thought he was in. But I think it's fine still. Like, giving away that kill is a pretty big swing for golden experience for GameOnline. It puts Excalibur closer to his Manta, or maybe even Scotty, if that's the route that he's going to decide to go. Maybe he thought that the rest of the team were going to be helping top, because that's where the majority of his team were fighting at that given time, right? So like, if you go somewhere on the map and you try to fight, you assume that there's going to be some kind of reaction, but you typically assume that the enemy is going to go to where the bigger fight is. Sometimes it's better to always just find the hero who's alone and ensure that you get something back, because right there they lost their Queen and they lost the Spirit Breaker. So getting the troll and trade is actually not too bad.
I mean, the Puck, looking at the Puck's farm, that 4.2k gold, well, 4.3 if you want to be exact, but what do you feel that the Puck is going to go for now after Lincoln's? Will it be the Cypher Vice, or is there anything else you could be contemplating in this situation? I
think Hex is too good against their heroes. Yeah. Like, being able to Hex the PL at the start of a fight. Like, if you get an Axe initiation into a call, and then you blink in and you Hex after that, then you also have Lion's Hex and his Impale, you can stop him from even being able to use Doppelganger at all if you just have that extra disable. Dagon is okay, Shivas is okay. He did buy another Mystic Staff, or a Mystic Staff, so it's going to be either the Shivas or the Hex.
Okay, and they're going to the Rose Jam. There is, of course, now the Vlads on solo on the Phoenix, and yeah, it's the Shivas he picked up from no one. And yeah, that'll be Roche going down. Troll there with the Aegis. There's a smoke up here from the Radiant. Last time it didn't end up going too well. They lost 4 heroes, didn't manage to take down anyone. Maybe this time they can look for something a little bit better. Pelican leading the way, pops down a ward. He sees the Axe. Are they ready with the wraparound? Do they want to go for the wraparound? GameOnline looks like they don't want to go for the wraparound. Well, Scarf's leading the way. The rest of his team a little bit behind him. And Scarf, well, Seam of the Slayer's on the back foot here at this push. It'll be quite a big push. They're straight onto the racks, and GameOnline needs to get back to their base because they're losing it. There'll be a charge onto Mag, but the Blink Call catching 3 into the Supernova. Oh, 2 are dead, 3 are dead, as Mag with an unstoppable streak, and that is GG well played, and very, oh man, what a way to end the game. That cool.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that's 2 games that we've seen so far in different series where the Axe Blink has pretty much just steamrolled the game.
Yes.
Like, obviously, the second game when Yellow Submarines played, that Blink call was literally game-ending, and that one was too. But the difference was that Yellow Submarines was at 16 minutes, and this one was a little bit later. But